really big shoe tonight. A really big show tonight.
Really big shoe.
It's Saturday morning, damn it. Let's watch some cartoons.
Good morning, everybody. Time for another really big episode of your favorite cartoon podcast. Let me put my headphones on. Ooh, I tried to run and get a soda to make it back in time. It's the Cartoon Retrocast, everybody.
I lost my voice there for a second. Sup?
Streaming live on...
We're streaming live to Twitch. In fact, I should probably turn that on so I can see it.
Twitch.com/Cartoon Retrocast.
Oh, we got a watcher. Somebody's watching. I don't know if that's me. Is it me?
Yours is every week.
It sucks. So what's up?
It's fine. We'll blow up soon. I had to go get a soda. I'm drinking a delicious Diet Coke.
Ugh, that doesn't sound very delicious.
They paid me $10 to say that.
They pay you to listen.
All right, this is the show, everybody. Really big show. Brand new episode 157. That's 795 in dog years. And, yeah. Let me close that. CartoonRetrocast.com, everybody, has all your old episodes. If you want to listen to any of the old episodes, all the way back to episode 0, you go to CartoonRetrocast.com. Listen to those old episodes. If you like what you hear, like what you see, want to support the show and anything that and all the stuff we do, contests.
We do a lot of stuff.
Go to Patreon.com/CartoonRetrocast. Become a patron, support the show. But tiny financial compensation. You know, back in the olden days, Mike, before advertising and all that, that's how artists, and that's what we are, Mike, you and I. We're artists.
We've been artists for over 10 years now. How sad is that?
People used to just give artists money. They were like, hey, like, you know, it still works in the scientific community like that. Like, people are like, hey, we know what you're doing isn't that great, but we still want you to do it, so here's some money. Right.
It's not going to actually you're not going to actually make money yourself doing this.
Right. But
so here's some money so you can pay yourself.
At least you can get it. Yeah, at least you can get some stuff done. And you know what? I'll enjoy the results of it. So that's where we're at. We're come full circle. It's like medieval times again. Not the restaurant, but you know,
right. Also not the restaurant, right.
You know, actual medieval times, you know, Black Death.
Black Death.
A lot of women beating.
Like Game of Thrones.
A lot of Game of Thrones. A lot of Winterfell. A lot of King of the North.
Right. A lot of hookers.
Squishing people's heads. Yep. A lot of that.
Squishing their eyeballs out.
So also, thanks to the Patreon members, we're giving away free stickers, Mike. I got one left. So
we do have a listener or a watcher because somebody just wrote us Toys for Kids fundraiser. Show us your tits, Jeromy. So it's not me. I'm not the watcher. Somebody else is the watcher.
No, I'm not doing that.
Okay, so let's talk about.
Whoa! Let me
right.
So if you want a free sticker, you're right into. Actually, we have way more than one sticker. I've already sent out 2 stickers. You guys are lazy and you're disappointing me. If this was
stickers.
If this was 1987, man, you guys couldn't keep enough stickers. Of course, nobody would hear it because we'd be on 1540 on your AM dial, airing at 2 in the morning, in beautiful historic downtown Westchester, New York. But free sticker, P.O. Box, Cartoon Retrocast, P.O. Box 21, Manchester, Maryland 21102.
21102. What's up?
Get yourself a free sticker. Get yourself a free sticker. All right, Mike, go ahead.
Okay. Switch came out this week.
Switch?
Well, Switch announcement, I guess.
Oh, yeah, the video game. New video game. All right.
First off, let's go back a bit. Let's go back, Jeromy. Let's go back 12 years and remember...
2005.
2005.
2005.
Let's remember the Nintendo Retrocast.
Retrocast. What is it? June or August, something like that?
June or August or something.
I think it was August.
2005.
Young, bright-eyed
young Jeromy. A young Mike D.
Bright-eyed.
Mike D.
That was before you got married. That was before you got married and changed your last name.
Right. talking about the Nintendo Revolution. You remember those days?
Yes.
Right?
I remember the Nintendo Revolution because everyone was making fun of those Wiimotes, but they weren't called Wiimotes then, but they were motion gaming. We were making fun of them motion gaming. So
but even
going to suck.
Right? I think you guys were
pre-announcement. Oh yeah, I think we did watch the announcement. Like him and I watched it.
Yeah,
it was on YouTube or something, their website. I forget. I don't know. Maybe it might not have been YouTube.
So, I gotta say, you guys love Nintendo.
Oh yeah,
super looking forward to the Revolution. I think, right?
I don't know if I wasn't super looking forward to it, but I like it better than like the Xbox and the PlayStations. They're not for me. They're not consoles for me. But Nintendo makes consoles for me.
Not for the last couple of years, but yeah.
Well, no, I own a Wii U.
Yeah, but you don't play it though.
I played Wii U more than I played a PS3, and I've owned a PS3 much longer. And I bought the PS3 for a Blu-ray player.
Yeah. So, and I think even back then you were talking about the DS. The DS had just come out or was coming out.
I remember I bought that.
The big fat DS.
Oh yeah, I went and bought that I bought that on launch day. You know what, Mike? No problem. The day it came out, walked into Walmart, bought one. I
think it's still the case.
You saying I could walk in and buy a Nintendo Mini or a Wii Switch or whatever the fuck?
Well, I'm saying you can walk in and go buy a DS.
You know what's funny? This reminds me.
3DS, I guess.
I went to the Walmart today. No more Wii U's. They took the Wii U. I mean, they still have the games, but the consoles are gone.
Really?
In the place of the console, there's a big sign coming March 2017. Nintendo Switch. At the very bottom, under the Wii U games. Now you can buy Wii U games. You can still buy Wii games. Can't buy the Wii U content or console. Very bottom shelf, tucked away in the corner, is a fucking Wii. Brand new.
Is it a blue one?
$100. Blue one. Brand new.
A blue Skylanders one?
It might be the Skylanders one.
Yeah, those are still around.
Can't buy the Wii U. Can buy the Wii.
So can't buy the Wii U at Walmart.
Well, yeah, okay. But still.
I'm sure you can buy the Wii U.
Mm-hmm.
Somewhere.
They took the buy it now button off of the Nintendo's website this week, too.
Oh, yeah, okay. All right. So, so now we're back here, right? Nintendo's launching
now we're back in the current year, 2069.
When the Wii came out, supply was really down. Nobody could find any. People were selling them for, I think the retail price was like $250. People were selling them for like $300, $400, $500.
But you know what, though? I think the Wii. I don't think you had a problem buying a Wii at launch. It was after people realized how easy it was to play and how everyone could play along that it started getting crazy.
Yeah, yep. But still, I mean that came pretty quick.
Yeah, I think it was after Christmas.
Wii U came out. Could find them anywhere. I remember on one of your Facebook sale pages, somebody wanted to sell it for $1,000, and everyone was laughing at that person.
The Wii U.
Yeah, the Wii U.
I bought that at launch.
Yeah, I know, and nobody had any problems getting one.
Oh, yeah.
Because everyone thought it was just a periphery for the Wii.
Oh, yeah. It's a big touchscreen for the Wii. Even people that know, even Randy thought, like, I told Randy I got a Wii U, and he was like, I want to get one for my Wii. And I'm like, no, man. And Randy knows about video. I'm not saying he's, like, up to date on all modern video games, but he knows enough about video games to know the difference between a fucking periphery and a console, and he didn't even know. They fucked up.
All right, so we got a few more viewers, so let's jump in. So we got the Switch coming out.
Nintendo Switch, video game console.
Nintendo Switch. I pre-ordered one from Best Buy, pre-ordered one from Target. Not that I'd necessarily want to play it right away, and I probably won't. But I was like, got pre-order now, and I'll worry about canceling it later.
I don't like the way
sold out in less than 24 hours.
I don't like the way you're stotching there, man. You're talking. A lot of people try to pre-order stuff, and you just kind of like laid back. Like, I pre-ordered 2 of them.
Pre-ordered 2 of them.
I was gonna pre-order 5, but I don't want to.
So
get
here's
greedy.
the big news: is that instead of just canceling my pre-order or trying to sell it for $500, we're giving it away live on the show, everybody. Not this show.
We're announcing a really big contest. Cartoon Retrocast gives away a Switch. We're gonna switch it up.
And Zelda.
Comes with Zelda?
Comes with Zelda.
All right, well, we're giving away
a Switch and The Legend of Zelda shipped to your door. It's obviously not going to be launch day because I got to go pick it up on launch day. But as soon as I get it, I will ship it out to you. Priority mail.
The caveat is what? the pre-order has to be fulfilled. If it's pre-order is not fulfilled,
I got 2 of them, so I'm guessing one of them, at least one of them is going to be.
I'm just saying, you got to have that like disclaimer. But eventually, you'll get one, even if we can't get one at launch. Eventually, it'll get. Well, we ought to buy one, and then we'll ship it out.
Well, I'm pretty sure we'll get one.
I'm just saying, I don't want. You know how shit is. Well, I didn't order it, so you know. If I had ordered them, they'd have canceled them both, and then fucking Bob Target, the owner of Target, would drive to my house, kick me in the nuts.
Yeah, but that's you though.
That's me. That's right. It's different. Yeah.
So, what do we have to do? What do you have to do to get the Switch?
I don't even know. I know it sounds convoluted, but Mike makes it sound simple.
I got a convoluted plan to do this. Anything you do, like commenting, subscribing, being a patron. So Facebook, cartoonretrocast.com/Facebook. Is that something?
No.
Facebook.com/cartoonretrocast. YouTube, cartoonretrocast.com/YouTube. Twitch.tv/cartoonretrocast.
Patreon.com/cartoonretrocast.
And listening to the show and hearing the secret word or phrase of the episode and then emailing us that secret phrase will enter you into the contest. And if you do multiple things, you'll get entered multiple times, if that makes sense.
Okay, so here's what's going to happen. It's what I'm the audience. I'm going to ask you questions.
Okay.
So if I go to facebook.com/cartoonretrocast and I share one of the posts, does that get me entered into the contest?
Yes, starting today, January 18th. Any post today onward, not previous posts.
All right, but say I don't like sharing stuff. I don't have Facebook, but I do have Twitch. I go on to Twitch and I follow or subscribe to the Cartoon Retrocast channel on Twitch. Does that get me entered?
Subscribe or follow the Cartoon Retrocast channel on Twitch. Yes, that will get you entered.
But what if I do both? Is that one entry or 2 entries?
That is technically 2 entries.
So what you're saying is
you may win for the Facebook. You may win for the Twitch.
So if I
now you have double the chance.
If I go to patreon.com and pledge $0.25 an episode, subscribe on Twitch, subscribe on YouTube, listen to the show every week, get all the phrase that pays, email the show at cartoonretrocast@gmail.com, and share, comment, or like on Facebook posts, you're telling me I could be entered 5 different times?
More than that. You think 6? You said more than 5 different things. Wow, so yeah, more.
Well, I'm going to get right on that. I mean, my cousin, Jeromy Juber, is going to get right on that.
Jeromy Juber. Yeah. Yes. And multiple accounts, right? Get your girlfriends to do it. Get your boyfriends to do it. Let's be honest. There's no women watching this right now. So get your girlfriends to do it. Get your boyfriends to do it if you're homosexual. That's fine, too. Get anybody to do it.
Homosexuals can win?
Homosexuals and homosexuals' significant others can also win.
Damn, man. We're
discriminatory.
We are a progressive show. Yeah,
we are.
Unlike some of those other shows, they don't let homosexuals win.
Well, not this show. Man, you let anybody.
I just said something about homosexuals and Alexa turned on.
Jeromy Hoover, would you like me to find you a man for tonight?
That's Amazon. He's like, man, he's talking some hate shit. I'm going to start listening and see what he's saying. So we need to send the cops over there.
So somebody posted a chat so Eric can win. Eric can actually win this.
Wait a minute, yeah. So Eric's really
win this because he wins everything. The fix is in.
He's good at winning random stuff, right?
So, but the other thing too is we're gonna choose the winner live on the show. So Jeremy's gonna pull up a random number generator. We're gonna see it live on the show. There's no fixes in. Anybody can win, even if some Joe Schmo that never has listened to our show before,
never donated a nickel.
Can do it.
So the only oddball thing is the phrase that pays. So every if you listen to every episode, we're gonna give from now until what is it? When are you gonna pick the winner? March when it comes out.
March 3rd, I think it comes out.
March 3rd.
I'm gonna go pick it up at Best Buy. I'm gonna come home and we're gonna do it live on the show, everybody.
I think that's March 17th, isn't that when it comes out? I think that's what it.
March 3rd.
March 3rd. Okay. So. Every week or not every week, but every episode. You might miss a week here and there, but every week I'm gonna come up with a phrase that pays, and you got to write down that phrase that pays. You got to save it until the week before, and then just email every phrase that pays. So the person, like, if we end up going the email route, and you have whatever 10 10 phrases to pays, and that's the most phrases to pays, then you're going to win. So you want to listen to every episode to guarantee yourself a spot on the email if we happen to pick an emailer.
So we'll go more into the actual how we're actually going to choose the winner. I think in a separate video. We should do that, Jeromy. Just put a separate video on YouTube, and then we'll link to it on our Facebook page. So make sure you like our Facebook page now so you can see when that video is going up, so you can know exactly how to win and optimize your entries to get the most possible winners. And people who have anyone who's supporting us right now is automatically entered on Patreon.
On the Patreon side, they're done. They're in.
Yeah. Well, anyone new that comes in also will be entered as well. But anyone who's already there. So hopefully we get somebody that is not MIA, because we got a couple MIA Patreon people that pay us, and I don't think they even remember they're paying us. So I don't want to say nothing about that. But
wait a minute, but the one guy that's paying us that never supports, he's got to be a billionaire or something.
Yeah,
so he doesn't need your Nintendo Switch.
It's sold out. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. But luckily, it's coming out in March. So hopefully, if it is a success, they'll have more by Christmas, at least.
Yeah. Freaking Nintendo. Although I do have...
What do you have?
What's this, Jeromy? What's this?
Classic Edition.
My Classicness. Still have not opened this thing, and I have no idea if this is easy to get now or not. Is it?
Remember no, but remember you can open that because it doesn't have the sticker on it.
Oh, right. Should I do it live on the show?
Nah, nobody cares.
Who cares?
I mean...
Even though I'm doing it.
He's doing it. Does what he wants.
All right, so let's talk. So what else we got to talk about?
Oh, I don't know. I wasn't. I bought a 3DS and I got.
Oh yeah, you got a great deal.
So a lady posted a 3DS, a red original not fire. What did they call that? Ruby red or whatever it was. One of the original, and I didn't check to see if that was a goddamn
ambassador.
An ambassador edition. I need to do that, but she was like, she posted it and nobody was interested. I missed it. And then she posted again, like she posted a comment like, I'll throw in some Pokemon games. And I was like, shit, I'm going to get that. Because, even if I think I own all the Pokemon games and I could sell that and that'll offset the cost. So if I could get 3 Pokemon games or whatever and sell it for $50, then I got a 3DS for $35. And that's especially original. That's a great deal. Because they're not making them anymore. And, right. And plus, I needed a red one, and it came in the box. So I was like, "Shit, that's a no-brainer." Showed up, she had Pokemon Black and Black 2 in the box, and she also had complete in box Pokemon Heart Gold, which is incredibly rare.
But yeah, not just complete in the box with a Pokewalker.
Yeah, it's the big box, not just the case,
not just the regular thing,
which was awesome. And I couldn't believe it. And she gave me some Adventure Time game.
Was she just like, oh, I got more games here, and she's just shoveling more Pokemon games at you?
Well, no, like she had told me she had Pokemon Black and Heart Gold, and I was thinking, I'm sure they're probably loose, which is fine. I don't care.
Yeah.
Because I mean, even like $20, maybe if I sold them $20 a piece after paying eBay fees and shit and shipping them, I get like $45-$50, and that's great. I'd be happy, but.
Heart Gold's still an expensive game, even loose though.
Yeah, I mean, but in the complete in box, it's over $100. It's like.
Oh yeah.
So, I'm not going to sell it, but I have a copy of Heart Gold loose that I can now sell and offset the cost even more. So that's good news for me. So I got me up. You can't see it from here, but I'll put it up there. And I got it in the box. I didn't have an original 3DS in the box, and now I do.
Yeah. I got 1, 2.
You had the Zelda. You had the Zelda one in the box, don't you?
I have both Zelda ones in the box. I have the Ocarina of Time one in the box, and I have the what?
We're talking about the original 3DS, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Sorry, I forgot the new 3DS. So I have the original Ocarina of Time. And I have the A Link Between Worlds one also in the box. That's also original. Well, it's an XL.
Yeah,
but
that's XL. I mean, I got a couple XLs in the box, brand new.
Yeah.
But those original 3DS, I mean, they were, $250 when they came out? And, man, nobody wanted that shit. Because the DS was still, there was nothing wrong with the DS.
And the DS was cheap, right? It was only,
$100
$70.
or something? Yeah. You get DSi XL, like, shit.
Yeah. What's up, M Polar Bear? What's going on? He says, hey. We got the chat going on.
Hey,
now.
we're talking to the chat members. I can't see it because I don't have it up. I should have it up, but I'm worried that I'm streaming and I don't want to like clog my video. I don't want to clog the bandwidth.
So okay, so just to recap, we're giving away a Switch, and we'll go through how to get one in a separate video that we'll post to YouTube, and also we'll post it to Cartoon Retrocast
and
Facebook page.
Facebook, yeah. Put it on Twitter.
But basically, the more things you do, the more you like, subscribe, comment, the more chances you have. The more chances you have. So let's talk about. Can we do King of the Hill now?
Wait a minute. What time are we at?
We're pretty late, but I don't know. We started late.
Okay. So, yeah, let's talk about what show we're going to watch this week, everybody. This week I was watching, last week we watched Are You Afraid of the Dark? And then, Low Eric T invoked his, Double Diamond Elite privilege to pick an episode, which we're going to do next week. He wants us to watch not Double Dragon. I got Double Dragon on the mind. Dungeons and Dragons, the cartoon, and he picked an episode for us. We'll watch that next week. But this week I started watching again because, it's one of those shows that you kind of forget. Like, I don't know about you, but I just forget that it ever existed. Even though it wasn't a bad show, it's just a show that I didn't know. I just, forgot.
I liked King of the Hill.
Loved King of the Hill early on.
Early on, yeah. Well, like midway through, I still liked it, but yeah, definitely didn't watch the last few seasons.
I think towards the end, the last few seasons, Mike Judge left, and it was taken over by somebody else. So the show kind of changed the tone. I think that's when I stopped watching it. But
doesn't Mike Judge do the voice?
He does do the voice, but he doesn't do. It wasn't being run by him any longer.
Okay, but he's still doing the voice.
Still doing the voice. He's basically just an actor getting paid at that point. I'm sure he owned a piece of the property, but he wasn't getting. Whatever. That's just what I remember. We'll read Jeremy will read Wikipedia here in a little bit. We'll find out more. But you know what? I'm not prepared again. I should really be prepared for these live because I'm not used to doing it live. Because when we pre-record or when we just record it, I can just plug in anything I want. I didn't think to go to YouTube and look up King of the Hill theme. And click on it.
Click on the thing.
And then
I should probably go to the show notes too.
And then tell Mike to be quiet because we're gonna listen to the theme, everybody. All right, we're not gonna listen to 2 minutes of this, but there you have it, everybody.
So the extended cut is just—it's
the whole song.
But they just keep going over and over again. They didn't do 2 minutes of animation for that.
No. Yeah, the theme intro just keeps going, but the full song is played in the background. Yeah. I'm going to let it play through while we talk over it. King of the Hill, everybody. The episode we watched is called what, Mike?
It's called Husky Bobby.
Husky Bobby. And I picked it because I just assumed it was going to be about Bobby being fat, and I was right.
And that's what happened.
But that episode, Mike, originally aired November 9th, 1997. Not only is it 20 years to the day that we're recording this episode, but November 9th, 1997 was a day after Jeremy's 18th birthday. And I'll tell you what, I was knee-deep in scratch-offs. And cigarettes.
Scratch-offs, porn, cigarettes.
And, yeah.
What else can you? Not alcohol, but everything but alcohol.
I was signing up for, voter cards. I could vote.
Draft cards?
Filled out my draft card. Filled out 2 of those. One in Mike's name, one in my name.
I filled out my draft card around this time.
I definitely did too. Actually, you know what I did? I know exactly when I did. It wasn't when I was 18. It was after Saving Private Ryan came out. Because I remember watching Saving Private Ryan. I got like all...
It was the next year.
I was like... I remember thinking like...
You got
man,
all patriotic.
Yeah, I was like, those guys gave up their lives for us. I'm gonna fucking go down to Selective Service and sign up right this goddamn minute. And I did.
Those Nazis.
I went down there and I did it. I signed up. All right, so this is time, everybody, for Jeromy reads Wikipedia.
Oh boy.
Always professional. King of the Hill is an American animated sitcom created by Mike Judge and Greg Daniels that ran from January 12th, 1997 to May 6, 2010 on Fox. It centers on the Hills, a middle-class American family in the fictional city of Arlen, Texas. Beautiful downtown historic Arlen, Texas. It attempts to retain a realistic approach, seeking humor in the conventional and mundane aspects of everyday life. Judge and Daniels conceived the series, blah, 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 who gives a shit. The title theme was written and performed by The Refreshments. King of the Hill won 2 Emmy Awards, Mike, and was nominated for 7. The series, Mike, have you looked at the Wikipedia page yet?
I'm looking at it right now.
Don't look at it anymore. Don't look at it.
Oh, all right. I'm closing it out.
The series had how many total episodes? Do you know?
Well, I know because I just saw
it. Oh, that's too bad.
Do you want me to still say?
Yeah, go ahead and say.
259 episodes.
259 episodes. That's a lot of episodes.
Not even close to The Simpsons.
It doesn't matter. That's still 259 episodes.
It's on for 13 years.
13 seasons, man. Like that's a show that just kept on going.
And it kind of got lost, to me at least, it got lost in the shuffle.
It got lost in the football because
I could have sworn to you that the thing went got canceled like 2005 or something. Then it was 5 more years. Because
for sure, it's just like Futurama. Although King of the Hill must have been just so cheap to produce, or I don't know. But I never saw King of the Hill or Futurama because I live on the East Coast. The series finale aired on the Fox network September 30, 2009. 4 episodes from the final season were to have aired on Fox, but later aired in syndication. Wow, that sucks. Series synopsis. Do I need to do this? King of the Hill is set.
I think we're good. Let's just talk about it.
It's long, but hold on. Let's talk about, first of all, let's talk about the conception, because it does tie in a show we watched earlier. In early 1995, after the successful first run of Beavis and Butthead, Mike Judge decided to create another animated series set in a small Texas town. Fox, Simpsons.
Yeah, the good town, right? Is that what you're talking about? Oh, no, I'm sorry. You're reading about King of the Hill. Wait. What do you mean another Texas town?
Well, not Arlen. Not Arlen. It was called Garland, where he had lived. Oh, okay. So I remember when they announced this, the voice was very similar to, I think it's Mr. Anderson?
Yep. Mr. Anderson from Beavis and Butthead.
Like in the movie, him and his wife had traveled cross country and like Beavis and Butthead was jerking off in their RV, in their camper. And so it's basically that same voice. And I love Beavis and Butthead. We talked about it when we watched the show how much I love Beavis and Butthead. But King of the Hill was so different. It was way different. It was like a complete... It was not a 360, Mike. It was a 740.
It was... I don't know if you were like me, but I remember when I first saw the commercial, King of the... there's going to be a new show, King of the Hill. Bobby, what in the hell?
The hell,
and
Bobby.
I was like, oh, great, it's just going to be Mr. Anderson from Beavis and Butthead. Like, that's the whole show. And then I watched the first episode, and I thought it was great. Like, it was completely different than exactly what you said, completely different than what I thought it was going to be.
I can't remember watching the first time I saw King of the Hill, not at all.
I watched it that first night that it was on.
Did it debut after the Super Bowl?
The day.
Did it debut after the Super Bowl? That's usually how Fox does it.
I don't think so.
January 12th. I do
remember it being on a Sunday, though.
Yeah, January 12th. So it was a month before the Super Bowl. But let's see.
But it was a Sunday. I'm pretty sure it was Sunday. Okay. So it was probably on after The Simpsons, and I watched The Simpsons. So
beginning of season 7, Judge and Daniels reduced their involvement, and John Alster, Dave Christie, all right, so basically what this is saying is that Mike Judge and the other guy, Greg Daniels, tried to have the show like major story acts, so where people age, like Bobby got older, people progressed, like what was the girl's name? I forgot already. Luann, like, remember she was trying to be a cosmetologist or cosmetologist, and then
she got married and stuff, yeah.
Yeah, so like...
But Bobby never got older, though, did he?
People did age. It says here that, Buckley died, and then Luann, like, she got smarter. She wasn't as dumb as the old...
Yep. She was voiced by Brittany Murphy, who died.
And then and later, because Fox in syndication, you can't watch story arcs because they're aired out of order often. So it's easier to sell a show where it's just episodic, where one episode wraps it up. At the end of the episode, everything's the same at the beginning.
Yeah, I think that's different now, though.
So, it's definitely different.
Yeah, because How I Met Your Mother is like the biggest syndication thing ever, and that's definitely arc driven.
So, so they changed it. That's probably after season 7 is probably when I definitely stopped watching. It was canceled. The show had fallen down to number 118. Out of 118 shows that aired that week, it was the bottom.
Yeah. So check this out. So Cartoon Retrocast is actually hosting us. So we're streaming on their stream. That's pretty cool.
Who is this?
Cartoon Retro. Classic Leet.
Oh, cool. Awesome.
Scott Lamajamas.
So their listeners can tune in to win
on
Nintendo Switch.
I'm sorry. Actually, yeah. So their listeners can tune in to win a Nintendo Switch. I don't know how else to keep it. Follow us on Facebook, facebook.com/Cartoon Retrocast to see the details of how to do it. Which is going to be put up later today, not now.
Well, yeah. Basically, King of the Hill is Bobby, the son, Luann, the niece, Peggy, the
Hank.
wife, and Hank.
And their friends, and his friends at least.
Yeah, the neighborhood.
Dale and
Con. What's his name? Con.
Bill.
What about Con Stufalupa?
Well, Con is kind of like
he's a rival. He's like the Newman.
Yeah, I wouldn't say he's a main character. That was the point.
Con Stufalupa.
Super Newfound phone.
And Con Jr.
And Con Jr., who is a girl.
Yes. So
he went to a boy.
But you can do that, and it's fine. If I do it, it's racist.
Right. The woman who voiced the wife, I don't know what her name was, Min.
Min, yeah.
She's like a really funny. She doesn't sound like that, so that's like a fake voice.
Oh wow!
But she has that fake Asian, harsh Asian Chinese grandma accent.
Is she Asian though?
Yeah, she is Asian.
Okay,
but she
it's
just
fine. It's fine.
Sounds American. No, yeah, it's fine. You're right. Totally right.
I don't.
So
let's see. They don't really. Usually, they give a list of the voice actors, but they don't really do that on this cartoon. So it must have not been too many, like big known voice actors. Mike Judge does the voices, a couple voices. Boomhauer. He does the voice of Hank. I don't think he does Bobby.
No, Bobby is a woman.
Yeah, it seems like. Okay, Dale Gruber is Johnny Hardwick. I'm not sure who that is. He's a stand-up comedian. Let's see.
Tom Petty.
Oh yeah, Tom Petty did the voice of Luann's later.
Lucky. Yeah, Lucky.
Boyfriend.
And I don't remember. I remember Brittany Murphy because she died.
And I didn't. But I remember when I found out it was Brittany Murphy, and I was like, "Get the fuck out of here!" Because not only does it not sound like her, but also she does a really good job.
Oh, so the woman who voices the Min, Super Newfound phone, is the same one who voices Amy Wong and
there you go.
Mother. It's Amy and her weirdos.
Tell it to Wingus and Dingus.
Wingus, Dingus.
So the Pamela Adlon does the voice of Bobby. She's been in movies and the television Facts of Life.
All right. Let's just get into this. This is boring.
Whatever.
Are we done
learning.
Wikipedia?
Yeah, I guess we could be done.
Wikipedia article.
Well, I mean, it is. But King of the Hill was a massive show.
Yeah. All right, so let's talk about this show, because I thought this show was hilarious.
I watched it 3 times because there's a lot going on, and I really wanted to pay attention. So I noticed during my second viewing, the plot of this episode is basically the plot of Hairspray, the movie, and also Hairspray the play, and also Hairspray the movie, the play.
None of those things I've watched.
So in Hairspray, you have a chubby girl who's like going against the grain of popular, what was popular, which was skinny kids, attractive kids, and she goes to shop at a fat girl's boutique where she could buy fat girl clothes, and she's noticed by the owner who wants to make her a model, and he sponsors her on the Corny Collins show. So it really is the plot of this episode is that basically. So I love it though. I love that Bobby doesn't know he's fat. Like it's a shock to him. So they're trying to buy Bobby clothes, and he's just. The pants don't fit, and Hank's he's like, maybe it's a new type of pants. Like, he asked the clerk, he's like, what's wrong with these pants? Why don't they just go on? And the clerk's
maybe you need a special store.
And they're like,
special store.
And it was called H. Dumpty's, like Humpty Dumpty.
H. Dumpty's, but it was like the guy's real name, Hugh
Dumpty. Yeah, right. So it's got to be an homage to Hairspray. And they're trying to break it to Bobby. Like, we can't shop at this store, Bobby. We have to go to a different store. And he thinks he's like, are you taking me to the vet?
Right.
Like, it's
so the funniest part is they get the H. Dumpties, and they're like, look, these pants stretch so much.
Why do they?
And he's like, why does the pants need to stretch? And he's like, oh, for athletics, for kids who want to ride skateboards and for kids who want to play sports. And he's like, these kids don't look like they play sports.
He's like, look, they're wearing baseball caps. They like sports.
And then he realizes, he's like, am I in a fat kid store? I don't want to be here anymore. I thought that was just hilarious.
That was the moment he realized he was fat. Like, right there. I loved it. It was great. And they did. And give it up to Hank and Peggy. Like, you could see Hank, because it's revealed that Hank. This was a great Hank episode too, because he's like, trust me, Peggy. I know. He's like, I know that people are mean to fat people, and it cuts back, and he's like, he's sitting there all downtrodden, like he's like sad, and you think he's the one going to be goofed on, but then some fat kid walks by and he goes, "Hey, fatty, you're so fat. Why are you so fat?" Like, he's goofing on some fat person.
Right. He's like, I know how hard it is.
And that's how he knows that people are cruel to fat people, because he was cruel.
It's great.
And, they do all the analogies. Like, Peggy's like, now, Bobby, you're a special snowflakes. And Hank's like, yeah, you're a big snowflake. Some snowflakes are
some
bigger.
Snowflakes are bigger than others.
It was. I knew this episode was going to be good, but it turned out to be way better. So Bobby's recognized by the owner, and he wants to give him a contract to be a model. And Hank knows this is a bad idea.
Right, because he's going to get picked on.
Not just because you're going to get picked on, but it's going to put him in the spotlight, which is even worse. Like, you could just be fat and have some kid call you fat in the hallway of school. But now if you're in magazines or the newspaper, it's just going to be awful. And he's right. I think it's different nowadays, but back then. And Peggy even said it. She was like, nowadays we celebrate our differences, which still wasn't true in the 90s. I mean, it was better, but...
The best is Hank goes, best. I keep saying the best, but there's a lot of great lines in this. He goes, I want Bobby to be proud of himself. I just want him to do it quietly.
Yeah, because that's like pride. Like, when we think of pride, like gay pride and all that, like, they're very, you want to be open, and and he's like, just do it quiet. Just be proud quietly.
Right. Quietly in your room.
So, the rest of the episode, it's just like, Bobby wants to do it, but Hank doesn't want him to do it, and Luann's encouraging him to do it because she wants to do his hair and makeup, and it's not a real big episode. Like, there's not a whole lot of Dale and Bill and Boomhauer. They do come in a little bit and make a couple jokes.
There is a part where Peggy says they're going to the photo shoot, and then Dale and hey, Boomhauer start saying, why are you going to a photo shoot?
It's like, and
he's like, some family portrait.
It's going to get some family portraits done.
Yeah, and then they start laughing at him like
Hank loves his family. Yeah, he wants to take a picture of him with his family.
Yeah, bring your comb.
And Boomhauer goes into it, say, like, here, we'll go down and get a picture taken. We're gonna put on a dress, get a dress, put a suit and tie.
Oh man, you're gonna have that comb, man. You're gonna comb your hair to the side over there.
All right, go in there, get your comb your hair. And but yeah, so Bobby disobeying Hank's wishes, sneaks off to be in. And not only does he do the photo shoot, he gets an agent, and he gets booked in a fashion show where he's going to be the first one out, the lead fat kid in the Husky Clothes fashion show, overtaking, I forget the kid's name, but the former, like, top fat kid.
Former top fat kid model.
And so Hank's there, and he's like, no. And they do this great thing where Bobby's like, he's like, Dad, why do you always try to make me be like you? I want to be like me. You don't understand that. You don't understand what it's like to be me. And Hank's like, now, Bobby, we both saw that after school special. And it's not going to work. And finally, Bobby's like, the announcer or the guy running the show comes out. And he's like, Bobby, quick, you're on. And Bobby's like, I'm sorry, I can't. He's like, I want to do it, but my dad won't let me.
Right.
And again, they cut to Hank, and he's like, you expect him to say, like, have a change of heart, and be like, yes, son, you know what? You're right. I feel bad. You should do it. Yep. Put this poncho on so no one can see you when we sneak out the back.
Right.
He doesn't want to be seen in the fruity clothes they got him in.
So one last grasp. Bobby tries to get on stage, and Hank drags him out, kicking and screaming. And good thing he does, because
the other
when
middle
those
school
fat kids start walking down that runway, some teenagers start throwing donuts at him.
And then the fucking donut delivery man shows up right there with more deliveries. Like, where do I put these? He's like, oh, you could put them right here.
Right, as they're pelting fat kids with donuts.
And it's such the wrong lesson to learn, isn't it? Like, at the end,
don't be yourself. Go with the flow.
At the end, Bobby is like, he's like, you know what? How'd you know this was gonna happen, Dad? And Hank's just like, teenagers, fat kids, donuts. I could see it coming. And Bobby's like, you know what? Like, I really appreciate it. He's like, I'm really feeling good about this.
Yep.
Like, it's the complete wrong lesson. It was so good. It was such a good episode. It was way better than I thought it'd be. I knew it would be funny because it's about fat kids, but
it was good.
Way
King
better
of the
than I
Hill.
thought it would be. It was probably the best episode of King of Hill I can remember watching. Like I said, I watched it 3 times.
Yeah, I remember one. It was really good for liners too, because I remember one line of King of the Hill, not in this episode, but Hank's praying, and he gets down on his knees, and he's like, God, this is Hank Hill, Methodist.
God doesn't know his denomination. And like, if you can watch it, you guys should really watch it. It's really funny. It's a really good episode.
So M Polar Bear just gave us $5 pledged on Patreon. So there you go.
He's in.
Thank you.
Oh, I was wondering what that noise was.
Oh, are you getting chats?
There you go. Now I'm getting emails from what's going on.
Some other guy asked how to win the Switch, and then he said he's ignoring, so he's out. So that's fine. At the end of the show, we'll explain how to get a Switch. But if you're out, that's fine. I'll see you later.
Yeah, somebody else, you just give that Switch to somebody else. Makes it easier for somebody else.
That's
to win.
fine. Make it easier for other people to win. That's good for everybody else.
All right, so yeah, that's King of the Hill, Mike. What'd you think?
I thought it was great. It's a great show.
Yeah, me too, man.
I mean, we don't rank shows anymore, but this probably would be like top 5.
You think it's top 5?
I think so.
I don't know if it's top 5, but I think it might be top 12.
All right, be top 12.
Because we watched a lot of good shows.
Well,
but this was very good.
This was funny, though.
Yeah. It's not as funny as that fat guy in the pool video I watched earlier, but it was pretty funny.
Well, look, they can't all be gems.
You know what? I think most people, with 259 episodes, most people have seen King of the Hill. Most people know what King of the Hill is about. You know, if you remember King of the Hill, towards the end going downhill, that's not what this show was. This show was gold. And yeah, you should watch it. I think everyone should watch it. Give it a chance. It's out there if you want to watch it. I mean, you can watch it on your streaming services like iTunes and Amazon. But it's out there.
All right, should we talk about Switch one more time and wrap this up?
Yeah, because I don't have anything else to talk about. Because we're going to record that video after this too. You know what?
We are going to record the actual Switch.
Let's
video.
not talk about Switch. Let's end this episode.
Well, we got to give our phrase that pays.
So we'll do all that, but let's wrap this show up, and then we'll talk about the Switch on the live stream.
But also our phrase that pays.
Yes, I just said that.
This episode.
We got to wrap this up.
No, we don't got to wrap this up. We got to give the phrase that pays now, and then we wrap it up.
That's part of the wrap up. That's part of the wrap up.
All right.
That's all right. If we're gonna do it every episode, it's gonna be a part of the wrap up.
Okay, let's do it.
I'm gonna make up the phrase that pays right now.
All right, he's making it up right now. Everybody.
It's gonna be easy. There it is. There it is. The phrase that pays for this episode to win your Nintendo Switch is propane. How you like propane? That? I tied it in with the show we watched.
It's probably gonna tie in every time. So that's the show for this one. Propane.
Write it down, save it.
And to send us an email with the secret word that pays, phrase that pays.
You know what?
cartoonretrocast@gmail.com.
Let's do this. Let's save a list. Should they be emailing every week? I don't think they should be emailing every week. I think they should save it up for one big email.
You could do either, I think.
Because
if they want to tell us how great we are and then say the phrase that pays at the end, they can do that.
Well, because it's going to be hard to keep track of all that. Too. It's going to be hard to keep track of all that. I think we should save it.
Keep track of it. Don't worry about it.
What I'm saying, how are we going to know how many people had the most phrase to pays?
I'll keep track of it. Don't worry about it.
All right, he said he's going to keep track of it. I think it's going to blow up in his face, but he's going to do it. He said he's going to do it, everybody. That's the phrase that pays. That's the end of the show, everybody.
Oh, wait, we got to thank people.
I know, man. It's like the first time you've ever been on this show.
We have not.
It really... It really is. It seems like you not know what's going on at all. Okay, so, as I was saying, it's the end of the show, everybody. That's the show, everybody. As always, we'd like to thank our... random thanks for our Patreon supporters. Lil Michael K, everybody.
Okay.
Thank him for supporting the show. Our Double Diamond Elite members, Lil Eric T, Lil Jared C, Lil Mike M, Lil Larry F, Lil Tim A, everybody. Really big show. That's the end of the show. Join us next time. Same channel, same channel.
cartoonretrocast@gmail.com. That's the email. Peace.
The worst episode ever.
Sit, Ubu, sit. Good dog.
All right.